product research, help you find your first or maybe just your next winning dropshipping product. And my name's Chris. I am from a e-commerce school where we teach dropshipping to thousands of students, and that is literally thousands of students. We're called the Freedom Club. If you want to sign up, you don't need to go and buy an expensive course from a guru online. You can join our course for free, and we will give you a step-by-step instruction manual to get you up and running and have a store launched within 30 days. Like a 30-day step-by-step plan of action. All you do is just watch the videos and implement what we say, and you will have a dropshipping store up and running within 30 days. And if you like what we have to show you and you want to join our premium coaching plan, you can. And if not, you don't need to. So today we'll be going into the Freedom Club. We'll be inviting all the Freedom Club students to come and join in and come and find some products. So let's invite them in now. Good morning, Freedom Clubbers. My name is Chris. I'm the head of education here at the Freedom Club, and that means it's my job to train the trainers, and today it's my job to help you find your first or next winning dropshipping product. And we'll be doing so using my favorite dropshipping spying tool, which is called PP Ads. But before we get started, I'm going to give everybody just a couple of minutes to jump on in. I know I'm a couple of minutes late. I apologize. It's Sunday. It was a bit hard to get up and running today. I stayed up a little bit too late last night. Hey Jesse, nice to see you. I'm doing okay. I'm just sort of palating my first coffee for the day. How are you doing? Hi Rihanna. Wondering if I could look at your top 5 research products? Yeah, probably. I'll click on the link and I'll see if I have access. I do. We'll take a look at that in just a second. For those of you who do want to watch on YouTube, here is a link. And what you can do if you want is come on over and give me a subscribe. And preferably a like and a comment over on YouTube. I'd really appreciate it. Hey, Sue. Glad I had a great time last night. Yeah, I was up watching old movies with my son. He's a bit of a movie buff. So last night we did Alien and Aliens. Alicia, first live stream for me. Welcome to the program. And Gulen, how am I doing today? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Welcome everybody. If this is your first time here, please let me know where you're up to in the course. And I'm gonna just rearrange my screen here. We'll get stuck into it. Before I look at this spreadsheet you've given me, I need to give you guys a spreadsheet, especially if you're new here. Ooh, stop sharing that. That's the wrong screen. So my spreadsheet is, hey Sue, your first time here. Welcome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is my product database. This is not the product database that you would see in the course. This is one that you get when you attend my live streams. And that link will get you in here. This is my gift to you to say thanks for watching. And it's also my personal preferences for good dropshipping products. Now, the way this works is if a market red, probably best to avoid. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad product, but it usually does. What it actually means is this example that I found, this brand, probably not making any money. And it could be risky for other reasons. So avoid anything red. Anything that's orange, I kind of like the idea, but I need to find a better example of competition before I'm comfortable saying this is a good product or not. Anything that's white, it's a good dropshipping product. And if you want to run a white product, go for it. Green, they're no better or no worse than white products. They're just products that I think might be a little easier for a first-time dropshipping maker to implement. And then gold, well, golds are what I think are the top idea. Either I've been in that market, or I am planning on being in that market, or I'm actually just penciling that in for the future. Arkian, I recently approved a product for you. You're wondering what I thought of a couple of suppliers you found on eBay. It's a medical product, so you guess you would want to make sure the product works. If not, the suppliers. Do I suggest your ones? Start off on eBay, and for one, you want to order the product yourself. Make sure you like the quality. Make sure it does what you're saying it does on the tin. There's nothing worse than a drop shipping brand who doesn't care about their product. There's nothing worse. Nothing worse than feeling like you got scammed by a pretty website and a terrible product. We only want to sell good products because it costs money for you to get a new customer on Facebook. That costs money. That costs you money. Essentially what we're doing here is we're buying customers off Facebook. Now, if you can only sell a product one time to one customer, then you're doing yourself a disservice because you're wasting your own money buying that customer. We need to have a business, not just a drop shipping store. We need to have a business where someone is going to buy from us 2, 3. I've got customers who have bought from me, and I'm not even joking here, 50 to 60 times on my stores. 50 to 60 times over the last 8 years. It cost me $30 to get that customer off Facebook, and I got 50 or 60 orders. Now that's an outlier. My average order volume is about 2.5 to 3, but there are some customers there that have been absolute gold mines for me. So make sure your product is good. It doesn't have to be perfect to get started, because when we're getting started, we're just testing the water. So if your product kind of sucks in your first few orders, I think that's fine, as long as you have the mindset that once you've tested the product, once you know that this product is going to sell, then it's time to go in and find the best versions of it and upgrade it and fix the packaging, make the experience better for the customers. Anyway, that's a long rant. I hope that helps understand the way that I see things. All right, now we're going to take a look at some product research here. Water filter dispenser. Yeah, this is actually a website of one of the Freedom Club members. So don't steal any of their content, please. But by all means, I think it's a pretty good product. I think it is. Quit smoking aroma pen. This is a pretty decent product. Like, I do worry that anything flavored like this, we had this flavored water thing that went nuts for a while, and it turns out the chemicals they use in the flavors can cause cancer. So I'm worried about flavored air breathing. I really am. It's not something I would want to sell. Plus, also, even though it is a good product and it might be beneficial, it might not have any of those chemicals in it. When you have something like even though it's not smoking, but when it is a similar device to a vape, you may run into problems where Facebook might ban your account for a little while. It might, even though it's within the rules that you sell this, you could run into issues like that. And personally, I think there's easier markets out there. MedWatch. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Not much more I can say about that. 3-channel 1080p driving recorder. Yeah, great product. This one is only $56. We might want to find one that's a bit more snazzy, a bit more something that we can sell for a bit more money, because we need, please don't call it Fresh Height. That's a terrible name for a store. We need something we can have a good margin on. Where can you access? I gave you the link. Just click my link. Click my link and access is yours. I'll tell you more about the product sheet in a second. Wireless Wi-Fi doorbell. I wouldn't sell this. I mean, you know what? Actually, I shouldn't tell you that. It's probably a great product. It's probably a very good product. I reacted to it too quickly. It's probably a good product. Even though you can get it at Bunnings or whatever, it solves a problem, and there will be buyers out there that buy this. Sonic toothbrush. Yep, great product. Benchtop water filter. bit cheap for this type of product. I know these guys are probably making money with this one for sure. I don't sell anything that, personally, this is just my personal preference, I don't sell anything that's going to be tricky to install. And this does look like a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of an eyesore on the bench. There's probably better versions of something that does something similar that you could sell, but you're thinking in the right place. Magnetic phone charger. Yeah, this is a good product. Not a very good example of a landing page. This product is actually on my list. It's a good product. Just need a better landing page for this one. I can't click on this one here. This is, I think this is good. I think we've had a student do okay with something like this, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Not 100% sure. So it could very well be a good product. I just don't know. Now, just because I don't know doesn't mean you can't go and find competitors. If you find competitors using the same methods that I'm going to teach you today, if you find competitors, yeah, go for it. All we're looking for is competition that tells us this could be a good idea. That's what we're looking for. All in all, excellent work here. Excellent work with your research. Now, when you're looking at my product research database, you might be tempted just to go for October, and you're thinking, I just want the fresh stuff, Chris. I just want stuff that's proven in October. And you'd be doing yourself a massive disservice. If we even go all the way back to February and we look at anything that was green or even yellow, let's look at one we haven't looked at for a while. Color changing glasses. All right, are these still up and running? They are. They are still up and running. I found these in February. Are they still advertising? Yeah, they are still advertising, and they have a lot of different ads, which is a really good sign. We've got a good combination of video ads and some really cool looking image ads, actually. And their ads are going all the way back to September, which means they're pretty stable ads. The older an ad is running on an account usually indicates the more stable the product is. Now, this was made all the way back in February, so that's March, April, May, June, July, August, September. That's 8 months ago, and it's still advertising. So they're still doing okay. And anything that has been advertising for a long time and still up and running, the ads are still there, the website's still there. Yeah, that's probably an indication that there is good competition there. And where there's competition, that's an indication that there's demand. And what we're trying to do here is figure out where there's a product with enough demand that we can kind of just slither our way into that niche and take a little portion of those customers for our own. That's what we're trying to do here. So we've got how many more days in October? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more days in October. And we've already found 36 products this month. So this has actually been a pretty amazing month. We're going to now be using PP ads to go find some more products. Now, for those of you who want to sign up for PP ads, if you use this link I'm popping in the chat right now, you can get 20% off a plan. This is my affiliate link. You use it if you want for 20% off. If you don't want to use PP ads, you don't have to. In my opinion, this is my current favorite platform. I say current because I've been using this one for like at least 4 or 5 months now. Before I used PP ads, I was using Winnie Hunter and Minia, but this is by far, in my opinion, the best way to find products. Now you might be wondering, do I need a subscription? Not necessarily. You could just use my live stream and that may be enough for you, and that is perfectly fine. If you're like me though, I have a problem. I have a problem with e-commerce. I'm completely and utterly addicted. So even when my stores are all doing well, and even when my business empires are running, I still find myself scrolling through PP ads, just looking at products that I haven't seen before and looking through their ad accounts and having, I love to spy. I can't get over it. I love to spy. I like to see the trends that are happening, not just in the products that we're selling, but also the trends that are happening in how they sell their products. Because that's how we find little gems of angles or little gems of video trends that we can use in our own products. So we will be looking at, we can do ad search, we'll do e-commerce. I've usually found this to be the best source. We're going to do drop shipping. One of the reasons I love PP ads is because it gives me data not just from Facebook, but fresh data from TikTok. Now, the way that e-commerce sometimes works is products can go viral on TikTok, on a TikTok shop that's not even on Shopify, and you can find them and put them on your Shopify store and then run them on Instagram and Facebook for an even bigger markup and make money. Oh, what's this one? Where Miss Shop? Does it solve a problem? No, it doesn't. I guess, well, I mean, the problem that it's solving here is a gift problem, not the strongest type of problem that I would like to solve. $47 for this. For a tiny print of an image inside a tiny little magnifying glass inside a rope. $47. I think this is cool. I think these guys are making money. It doesn't fit our whole way of life here at the Freedom Club. It's not a big enough problem to solve. It's a cool gift idea, not a big problem to solve. So we'll skip that one. Could you go and make that? Yeah, you could probably go and make a gift store, and you could probably make money. But it's just not what we're teaching here. I wanted my face to look like me again.
Fuller lips without sacrificing your natural look? Keep watching. Number 1. I wanted my face to look like me again. Fillers look good at first, but over time my lips just started to feel a little.
The question I have to ask is this AI?
It gives me that plump, defined look, but it's totally natural and it's my lips, not some overdone.
Fuller lips in minutes. Yeah, this is a problem to solve. Lip plumper, $61. Get instantly fuller lips. Apply it to your lips, wait 5 to 10 minutes, see the magic happen. It's using hyaluronic acid and collagen. I don't know how this works or why, but this is a pretty good product, very good branding. Let's look at their ads real quick.
If you want fuller lips without sacrificing your natural look, keep watching.
Running ads for over a month. Okay.
Fillers look good at first, but over time my lips just started to feel.
We'll find their Facebook post, and then we'll go check them out on Facebook. Smoochie. So this is a Facebook ad library. You can get to it. Let me just put Smoochie in here. You can get to it by following this link. And this enables you to see any ad that's currently running on Facebook. Smoochie, these ads have been running since October 25, so that's yesterday, which means that they were probably duplicated or changed. The ad set could have been just changed, like adding in new creatives, which is not a bad thing. You can see the amount of creators that these guys have. They've been doing this a while, and they've got a lot of UGC. And to sell a product like this, that's probably what's needed. October 24. Let's just go to the bottom. We could be here all day looking at all these. October 16. September 29. Yeah, that's like nearly a month ago. Yeah, this is a good product. We're going to pop it in the list. We're going to call it a lip plumper. That's the Facebook ad library. Now this is an interesting one. I actually think this is a good product. Is it easy for a new person? Is it easy for a new person? You'd have to find a similar product It may or may not be branded to someone else's brand, but that doesn't mean that you can't start. You'll have to build a landing page that competes with this. Now that's not hard. And with our coach's help, with Jimmy's help, you could definitely build a landing page to compete with this. Is it easy for a first timer? Not necessarily, but I don't want to discourage you guys from thinking big. So I won't make this one green, but it is a great product. All right, let's move on. Fillers. No idea what they're selling. Is that a t-shirt? Yep, that's a t-shirt. Melatonin free, so no hangover. What do you mean? No hangover in the morning. Sleep gummies. Oh yeah. So you can sell gummies, and you can even get gummies from China. We've had a few students sell gummies that do different types of things. And yes, you can make them profitable. Absolutely. Especially if you have some kind of subscription. This is a terrible website. Let's go see the ads. And look, you might think, I look at terrible website and I go, no way. But when I see a terrible website that's making money, I get a little bit excited because I know I can do better. It looks like we're only running this on TikTok. It's been running for a month, and it is scaling up. So there's consistent orders there. Yeah, this could work. I can't show the Facebook ads because there are none. Sleep gummies. Now, is there an inherent risk selling something that you consume? Yes, there is. Just so you know, that I won't be making this one green. But have we got students who make money selling things you consume? Yes, we do. We absolutely do. So those are your sleep gummies. Luckily, we live in Australia where we're allowed to market things with what they're designed to do. If you live in the UK, you can't necessarily call things like natural sleep gummies because there's no scientific studies to back them up. So the UK is a much more difficult market to sell from when you sell supplements. Just so you know. All right, okay. We've got a bike. I'm not even going to bother looking at this because bikes are too heavy for us to import. It's not how we it's not part of the formula. We're looking for small products that are easy to ship. Training shoes. Shoes are a problem-solving product. We have had a student try and sell shoes before. The problem you get with anything like this is people will return it for a bigger size. And returns are like our #1 enemy here at dropshipping. A posture maker. That's actually a pretty good ad. Because we've got a nerdy guy at the front. So we've got me in the beginning of the ad, doing my e-commerce here. Yep, that's me. And then we got Chad version of me undoing this with great posture. Yep, that's where we'll be in 6 months when I actually start using my weights. Is this a good product? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Oh, but their store is offline, so this is not a good example of this product. It was a good ad. No idea why it didn't work out for them. Are there better products? Yeah, there's better products. Hope rings. Oh, the fake crying. Jesus. No, thank you. First, I blamed the beer, then I blamed low testosterone. Holy AI ads, right? Low testosterone making it impossible to lose belly fat. Fix it naturally with our clinically dosed formula. And this is where we start to run into problems. Clinically dosed formula. I don't even know if you can get away with that in Australia. So yeah, we can sell gummies, but when we start to say clinically dosed formula and there's nothing that's clinical in here, we're basically just selling a vitamin tablet. That's not even the same guy. Jesus Christ. Great landing page. Fantastic landing page. This guy just drank some water before and then the next day didn't drink any water. So basically, if you feel like you're low on testosterone, we're going to sell you a whole bunch of Chinese medicines and no testosterone. Oh, dear God. And block you in at $60 a month. Damn. It's actually a very clever trending product. I'll tell you why. Packaging is very nice. The landing page is very, very nice. Mars Men, very, very, very nice. And it's timely because more people, more men than ever before, are actually dosing up on testosterone. So this is for all those people who want that ripped body, but they don't want to actually take testosterone. Take the stuff that doesn't have any testosterone in it. Testosterone support. Oh, Jesus. No, I'm not putting this on the list. I find this... one thing, genius. Two thing, immoral. Personally. Your power solution. So yeah, this is the magnetic batteries. Now they are on the list from a couple of months ago. I said that'd be a hot product. I think only one or two of you actually jumped on it. I've only approved 2 people running a similar type of magnetic battery. I still think there's room for more people. Sleep easy, wake up winning. Mattress, this would be too heavy for us to ship for a reasonable price unless you were shipping from eBay alone, which you can do, and mattress toppers do sell well. They're not the easiest thing to market, but they do sell well. Or at least they have sold well in the past. Drones. Travel products. There are so many travel products in that list, buddy. But I'll keep an eye out for one. Ah, water dispenser. We had these back in my day. We called them the cold tap and the hot tap. Now you need a button interface for everything. Would it surprise you that these sell remarkably well? They're on the list, but even just as an upsell on your pet related store, these are great products. Why are we shaming men who have hair on them now? I'm so confused. So you want some testosterone, but not too much. God. Let's check it out. We have to. What are we selling here? The hair removal spray. Holy AI. This is actually a good product. Good landing page too. Let's check out the ads. Main strong. So basically they're selling everything in this store is like men's hair and grooming related, right? So youthful skin appearances, yeah, anything grooming, men's grooming store. I've always wanted to make a men's grooming store. And you know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing their hair remover. I'm seeing their hair loss product. Where is that? Tired of car operating your grays every 3 weeks? You're treating the symptom, not the cause. What's this? Gray reverse bar. Activate pigment cells. So what, we're using a scourer for the hair now? No way. Targets gray hair at the source, works throughout the day. I like my gray hair. Oh yeah, I get it. Does make your hair look pretty good. Doesn't work? I can't imagine it would actually work. Oh, look at these terrible AIs. That's a hair color. All right. Yep. And this is, what's this one? Is this the same product? Root Activator Shampoo sale. Oh, man, I feel like these guys are just grifting, hey? Start hair growth. We're not seeing the no shave, so I don't think the no shave was particularly profitable. And maybe it's because the amount of men out there who are worried about their body hair enough to spray a chemical on your skin to dissolve hair is probably a lot less than the men out there worrying about gray hair and hair growth. Look at these ads for the gray hair, and then these new ones here for the skin restore. I'm not going to pop any of these on the list. Big reason is these guys are selling a lot of different I would say solutions or like concoctions. To compete with these guys, you're going to need to know something about chemistry and have a good chemist who can prepare these for you. And that is very much possible if you are that way inclined and you think this is awesome and you want to make men's products or products like this. I can set you on the right path because there's laboratories that I know out there that I've been in serious conversations with in the past to do this kind of thing. So I can definitely help you out there, where they take everything from they take your brand and they pot it onto onto the containers that we're going to put these formulations into, and they control all of the whole process. Oh, sorry guys, I must have touched my mic. No idea what I said. Obviously, it was groundbreaking, life-altering things that you missed out on that you'll never hear again. These consoles, these are great. These are great little devices, and yes, you can make money selling them, absolutely. But all the software on these things is pirated, so you're essentially selling a pirated, a really good little gaming computer full of pirated software. And yes, you can make money, but yes, you can get sued. So no, I don't recommend it. I mean, the most common thing that's going to happen is those companies are going to come after you and send you a cease and desist. Virtual reality, it's interesting. There is no way you're playing that game on those things. No way. Ooh, what is this? Airport outfits. As cool as that is, we're not selling clothes. Don't disposable items? Okay. Actually, that's interesting. Reusable panty liners. Interesting. Hold on, I need to send this to one of our coaches. 1 second, guys. Where is she? Cool. That's sent. I was talking about a chemist who can make up men's products. Yeah, I can set you guys up with the laboratories that can make them if you wanted to go down that route. There's so much easier fish to fry. Like this type of product, way easier. No laboratory, no packaging, no worrying about lab tests or any of that stuff. You can literally just find this on AliExpress and off you go. Jess, you're thinking about coming up with a well-being store. I'm just going to put this on the list. I'll check what you're saying, Jess and Dave. Give me a second here. I want to see if these guys are actually running ads. Whoops, that's not what I want. TikTok only, and look at that incline. That is what we want to see. Let's see if these guys are in the Facebook ad library. Be free intimate apparel? That must be them. Let me just see if the website is the same. I don't see it. Hold on. Be free AU. Can we get a link to your website or something? Be free intimate apparel. That's them. Shapewear, yeah. So shapewear I want to avoid. Reusable liners. Been running them since October 12th. All right, this is going on the list. Not the most. What am I trying to say here? Not the most exciting product. Not the most glamorous product, but it's a product that people absolutely use. And I think this would be a great, profitable business. I really do. Okay. Jess, you've been thinking about coming up with well-being store that assists in pain management and general well-being. Perfect. Feel there's a massive market and you believe in it and in yourselves. Let's take a look. I couldn't agree more. Do you want to grant me access to that? And I'll take a look. Now, we had someone asking for travel products. So what we're going to do, we've looked through a few. We've got 10 minutes left. Let's have a look for travel. Let's see what we can find here. Now, one of the things that I've started selling recently is bags. We have had some students selling a duffel bag like this. Yeah, they sell okay. These types of products here, they're already on the list too. They sell great as well. Travel pillows, yep, travel pillows are great. They're already on the list. I'm not so sure about this one. I've had a few students try. I think I've seen some successful businesses, but it was a more difficult product to sell, in my opinion. Travel charger. Yeah, travel charger, definitely. Travel backpacks. Sure. You're selling it at the moment? Which one's the hard sell, buddy? Vacuum sealing bags. I had some students try these. I don't know. Like, seems like a lot of hassle to go to, in my opinion, to get your luggage down a little bit. Just sit on your bag like a normal person. Space compression here again. The duffel bag, yeah. Hey, Jess and Dave, we'll take a look at that. Alignment pillow. So, with the alignment pillow, yes, this is a product that will sell. But it's not going to be easy. We have had a student who has certainly reached silver selling this one, but his big problem is he's nearly break even. Like, yeah, he's made some profit, but he's turning over like $20,000 and with a very, very, very small profit margin, because these things cost like, they'll cost you maybe $23 and you're selling it for 63. But the problem is your Facebook advertising might cost you $30 to $40 per customer. So you have to have an absolutely killer website, and you've got to have really, really, really good upsells. And you're competing with people with highly pixelated pixels who already have lots of customers. So it's not going to be an easy ride. Does it sell? Yes. Is it easy? Not necessarily. Shine Mop. I don't hate it. Terrible website though. 35 USD, so what, $50, $55? Yeah, this isn't, that's not getting me too excited. Acupressure mat. I've had some students sell this one and do okay. You've got to find the version of this that doesn't look like cheap plasticky wrapping. And it looks more like, this is a good example of one because you can see here, it's actually a good quality mat. It's a hard sell when you're selling the cheap and nasty one off of eBay. Find yourself the good version, and yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's actually already on the list. Pain relief, well, that ain't working for them. Red light therapy belt. Yeah, good product. Really good product. Good margins on these products. I have a red light store that I have just finished. It is ready for launch. And it's selling some red light belts. Cozy Nest pillow plus pillowcases. Maybe. But I don't know. Pillows are a hard sell. That really doesn't look that comfortable. I personally wouldn't bother with this one. Hope that helps. Okay. Travel. You'll have the problem of returns for the wrong shoe size. That's a great ad for a good product. I actually have these on my store. I haven't really officially launched them yet. I have them on my store though. And it's actually a really brilliant ad for it. Maybe one of the best ads I've seen for it. I will have to take that URL and give that to my UGC creator and say, hey, I want one like just like this. So yeah, that product can work. It's already on the list, by the way. Travel pillows, yeah, travel pillows can go great. Travel box, not in this country. I wouldn't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a travel box is all we need in Australia, but I don't know. Terrible ad. I think travel charging is a good niche. Travel comfort. Oh, which one's your brand? This one here. Nice. Travel light. But not this one, not Nift Essentials. I won't spy on your store. Not this time anyway. That looks boring as hell. Travel comfort upgrade. Three reasons senior travelers hate this bag. Terrible. There's nothing worse than a hook that is a complete and utter waste of time, in my opinion. Is you end up getting hooked because you want to hear the end of what they're trying to tell you about this particular product. 3 reasons why seniors hate this. And then they never give you the payoff, and seniors don't really hate it, and it's just a big cop-out and a waste of time. And if you don't respect your customers' time, then they're not going to buy your stuff. This travel charger guy, man, he's doing a great job. The angles, the hooks that these guys are using, yeah, this is a company who knows what they're doing. Travel belt. Okay, this is new. Okay. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. That's actually really, really cool. Okay. I think I'm in. Nice scaling. Let's go see if this is on Facebook. No ads on Facebook for this one. I'm going to send this to my buddy. I'm going to put this on the list because I'm interested in selling this one. I think it could be fun. Now, we don't have... So this is a travel belt. I've never seen anything like this before. There's not a lot of data here to tell me that this would definitely work. That's the thing. That's the problem here. We've got some PP ads. This is early days. We haven't spent a lot of money here. So this is kind of risky. But if you've already got a travel store, I will pop their ads here, even though they've got no ads here. I'm going to pop it in here just for future reference. This one is going orange. If you've already got a travel store and it's not going to cost you very much, it's really not going to cost you very much at all to go and try and source this product. One thing, add it to your store and do a test campaign or sell it via email. Doesn't cost you anything to test this out. But I wouldn't base a whole store off this just to build a travel store at this point, because there's just no data to say, hey, this is going to work. But I will absolutely be testing that out on my bag store. I can tell you that. I don't even have a travel store. I have a bag store. Okay. I don't know about that one. I mean, maybe. I just think the amount of people putting that on their beds for a little bit of extra support, I don't feel like many people are going to take that with them on a journey. Do I think you could get that through the supplier? Yeah, 100%. You could probably get that. Probably. The Foldy, that's the same product as before. This phone charger is a must-have. It sells so well they couldn't even afford to fix their phone. I think we're running out of time, guys. You can see that this product research, this can send you down rabbit holes. And even if you already have an established store, you should always be checking out your competition. You should always be looking at your niche. This is how I find new products to sell. Just constantly looking at my competitors and watching what they're doing. But yeah, that's all we have time for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for your comments. Now, if you are watching this call and you do want to follow me on YouTube, just so that no matter where you are, if you don't happen to be home, you can still watch all the streams that I do for you guys. Follow me on there. That's my link. And I will see you guys. Do you have to pay for PP ads? Yeah. It's a paid service, and my link will get you 20% off. There are other spying tools out there. So there's one called Foreplay. Gotta be very careful about the words I type in when I go to this one. Foreplay is pretty good. It's different. It doesn't necessarily, or last time I checked, it didn't have the data in there from TikTok, and it's more for finding creatives, I find, and creative products. Yeah, you can find products in there. You can do all that, but it's more for finding creatives and building a creative board. Pretty good though. The other one is Minia. Minia is pretty good. I find it a little bit slow, and I find that data on there is a little bit old. And when I'm on Minia, I tend to find that I'm just seeing the same products over and over and over again. And the other big one is Winning Hunter. I have an account at Winning Hunter as well. I don't actually use it. I'm probably going to unsubscribe from my account. The reason why I don't like Winning Hunter is interface is great. It's got data from Facebook and TikTok ads. It's kind of very similar to PP ads, but it's so slow. And look, this is the fastest it's going to get. The more products that you scroll down, the slower it actually gets, until this gets to a point where it just stops loading. And that really annoys me, and it just makes life impossible. It's going a bit faster today. Maybe they fixed it. Maybe they fixed it. I don't know. But I just like PP ads, and that's who I use now. Now I may not always use them, but at the moment they're my current favorite. All right, ladies and gents, I will see you on Tuesday. We have a marketing review call Tuesday night. So bring your stores, bring your ads, and let me help you get more sales. And I'll see you guys later.